Welcome to Trending Now USA. I'm Ava, bringing you the latest update on one of the brightest young stars in world tennis, Alex Eala. Today's story focuses on a well-deserved pause in her demanding tennis journey as the Filipino sensation takes time off to recharge her batteries after a grueling stretch of tournaments across Asia. The title says it best: Tired Eala Recharging Batteries, a reflection of an athlete who has poured every ounce of energy into her performances and now chooses recovery as her next move. After weeks of intense travel, back-to-back matches, and tournament pressures, Alex Eala has stepped back temporarily from competition. The break comes on the heels of her competitive runs in China, first at the Jingshan Open, where she reached the semifinals, and then at the Suzhou Open, where she competed as the number 4 seed. These tournaments marked yet another milestone in her rapid professional growth, but they also took a toll both physically and mentally. For any player on the WTA circuit, balance is key, and Eala's decision to prioritize rest shows maturity beyond her years. At only 20 years old, Alex Eala has become one of the most promising young talents in women's tennis. Her recent performances have not only improved her world ranking, but have also put her in conversations alongside other emerging stars. Her consistency throughout the 2025 season has been impressive, featuring deep tournament runs, a WTA 125 title earlier in the year, and strong showings against seasoned opponents. But as every professional athlete knows, continuous competition without adequate recovery can lead to burnout or injury. The grind of professional tennis is relentless. From training sessions and media commitments to the physical strain of matches in varying climates and altitudes, the schedule leaves little room to breathe. For Alex Eala, who has been competing nonstop since the start of the year, this moment of rest is both necessary and strategic. Her team has emphasized the importance of recovery to ensure she returns refreshed and ready for the next wave of tournaments, which includes the possibility of entering a higher-tier WTA event before the end of the season. Sources close to her training camp revealed that Eala plans to use this downtime to reconnect with family, reset mentally, and fine-tune specific areas of her game without the immediate pressure of competition. This type of break is common among top athletes who understand that peak performance comes from a balance of effort and recovery. Even legends like Rafael Nadal and Serena Williams have often spoken about the importance of structured rest periods to maintain longevity in the sport. For Eala, the past few months have been both rewarding and challenging. Her semi-final run in Jingshan was marked by resilience and fight, particularly in her match against New Zealand's Lulu Sun, which went 3 sets and showcased her ability to compete toe-to-toe with powerful baseline hitters. Although she eventually fell short in that encounter, the match demonstrated her capacity to adapt tactically and remain composed under pressure. In Suzhou, Eala entered as the number 4 seed, an acknowledgement of her rising status on the WTA 125 circuit. The expectations were high, and though the results didn't yield another deep run, her performances continued to reinforce her consistency and competitiveness. These back-to-back events, however, meant extended time on the road, constant travel adjustments, and minimal rest. It's no surprise that she now finds herself in need of recovery. The term recharging batteries may sound casual, but in elite sports, it represents an essential aspect of the athlete's lifestyle. Recovery involves more than just physical rest. It includes mental decompression, reflection, and reconnection. For Eala, this period allows her to pause, evaluate her recent tournaments, and plan ahead with clarity. Tennis, after all, is as much a mental game as it is physical. The ability to refocus after intense competition often separates good players from great ones. Throughout her career, Eala has been known for her maturity and discipline. Her decision-making process, guided by her coaching team and family, has always prioritized long-term development over short-term results. This approach stems from her early years of training at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Spain, where emphasis on holistic growth is a core philosophy. There, Eala learned that every great champion builds longevity not just through victories, but through understanding when to step back and recharge. Her global fan base, especially in the Philippines, continues to express admiration and support during her short break. On social media, fans have flooded her posts with messages of encouragement, celebrating her journey while also acknowledging the importance of self-care. Many view her decision as a sign of professionalism, proof that she treats her body as her most valuable asset. Eala's achievements in 2025 have already placed her among the most successful Filipino athletes in modern sports history. With her WTA ranking now inside the top 60, she stands as the highest-ranked Filipino tennis player ever, male or female. This accomplishment brings immense pride to a nation that has long yearned for a breakthrough in global tennis. Her presence on international courts has sparked renewed interest in the sport across the Philippines, inspiring countless young players to pick up a racket and dream big. Even during her break, Eala remains active in promoting sports development back home. Reports indicate that she has been collaborating with local tennis federations and sponsors to organize grassroots clinics and online engagements with young athletes. Such efforts underline her sense of responsibility as a role model and ambassador for Philippine tennis. Her calm, grounded personality has often been described as one of her strongest assets. Despite her success, she carries herself with humility and focus, preferring to let her performances speak louder than her words. This mindset, combined with her dedication, is what keeps her fans hopeful for greater achievements in the years to come. While Eala takes time to rest, the tennis calendar continues to move forward with major tournaments like the China Open and the upcoming WTA 1000 Wuhan Open dominating headlines. Many of her peers are competing across Asia and Europe, fine-tuning their games ahead of the final stretch of the season. For Eala, watching from the sidelines isn't a sign of slowing down. It's a calculated move to preserve energy and prevent fatigue before a potentially busy end-of-year schedule. Athletic recovery, particularly in tennis, is not a passive process. Eala's team likely includes physiotherapists, fitness trainers, and nutritionists who work together to design recovery routines that involve light physical activity, therapy sessions, and rehabilitation exercises. These methods ensure her body stays conditioned even while she rests from full competition. From a strategic standpoint, taking this break may also allow Eala to prepare specifically for surfaces and tournament conditions she will face later in the season. Transitioning from the hard courts of Asia to indoor or clay events in Europe requires adjustment. A brief hiatus allows for tailored training to adapt to those environments without the constant wear and tear of competition. The decision also reflects a growing awareness among modern athletes about mental health and the importance of sustainable competition. More players today are speaking openly about the pressures of the tour, the travel, the expectations, the emotional toll of constant public scrutiny. Eala's ability to recognize when to step back shows emotional intelligence and professional awareness, qualities that will serve her well in maintaining longevity in her career. In interviews earlier this year, Eala mentioned that her biggest focus for 2025 was consistency and balance. She explained that success in tennis is not measured solely by rankings or trophies, but also by growth, adaptability, and happiness. That philosophy continues to guide her approach. Taking time to rest isn't a setback, it's part of her long-term blueprint. Fans can expect her return to competition soon, with possible participation in major tournaments later this season or early in 2026. With the experience gained from her recent matches and the renewed energy from this break, she will likely return sharper and more determined. Her long-term goals, breaking into the world's top 50 and earning direct entry into Grand Slam main draws, remain within reach. For the Philippines, her story continues to serve as a beacon of hope. Every match she plays brings attention to the country's untapped tennis potential. Her rise has already encouraged local clubs to invest in better facilities, youth programs, and international training opportunities. In many ways, Eala's personal growth mirrors the growth of Philippine tennis itself. Beyond sports, Eala represents resilience, cultural pride, and the spirit of perseverance. Her ability to juggle academic, athletic, and personal responsibilities makes her relatable to young athletes worldwide. As she recharges, her focus remains unwavering, to keep improving, to keep inspiring, and to continue representing her country with grace and excellence. The title, Tired Eala Recharging Batteries, perfectly encapsulates this moment in her journey, a brief pause between battles, a moment of stillness before another push forward. It's a reminder that even champions need to rest, reflect, and rebuild. When Alex Eala returns to the court, fans can expect the same fire, energy, and determination that have defined her career so far. Her break is not an end but a reset, the calm before the next storm of victories and milestones. Whether it's in Wuhan, Tokyo, or any of the upcoming WTA events, the tennis world eagerly awaits her next chapter. As we close this report, the message remains clear. Champions aren't just made in moments of triumph, but also in moments of recovery. Alex Eala's story continues to unfold, one of passion, discipline, and an unwavering pursuit of excellence. From the courts of China to the hearts of millions of fans worldwide, her journey symbolizes what it means to fight, rest, and rise again. This has been Ava, reporting for Trending Now USA, your source for the latest updates on sports, culture, and global trends. Stay tuned for more inspiring stories, and remember, every athlete's silence between tournaments often whispers the promise of something greater ahead.